Few places stir the imagination quite like Monaco, a sovereign jewel where royal history meets Riviera glamour, where every golden hour feels steeped in legend. Set between the mountains and the sea, this storied enclave has, for generations, drawn those in pursuit of something more. More than luxury, glamour, more than time well spent, but a life lived beautifully. Hi, I'm Kirby Allison, and in this series, we step beyond the postcard. Together, we'll slip past the velvet ropes and into a world that few ever see. From timeless palazzos to private salons, we'll have the honor of meeting His Serene Highness Prince Albert II and the visionaries and icons who continue to shape Monaco's legacy. With exclusive access granted by the Société des Bains de Mer, together we'll explore the institutions that define this principality's mystique: the Casino de Monte-Carlo, the Hôtel de Paris de Monte-Carlo, and the debut of Dominique London's Monte Carlo Cigar Club, an exciting new chapter in a legacy of refinement. But what is it that makes Monaco so magnetic? How has it become a sanctuary for those who seek refinement, not just in how they live, but in how they savor time itself? Here, history whispers through gilded corridors. Here, tradition isn't remembered, it's lived. This is Monaco, where quality, craftsmanship, and tradition don't just endure, they flourish. And this is Monaco as you've never seen it before. To be here in Monaco at the Monte Carlo Beach Club, with the Mediterranean stretching out behind me, is something truly special. There's a particular magic about the mornings, the soft sunlight dancing across the sea, the hush before the day begins. Having now spent a few days here, it's easy to see why, amongst all the resorts along the Côte d'Azur, so many have been drawn to this particular stretch of beach. The Beach Club wasn't just built on sand, it was built on a vision. A vision first carved into these cliffs in 1929 by the Société des Bains de Mer, one that immediately eclipsed every other resort along the French Riviera, drawing icons like Coco Chanel, Josephine Baker, and Cary Grant, who lingered not just for the sun, but for the sense of escape. So far in this series, we've discovered the rich history and tradition of Monte Carlo, from the grand salons of the Monte Carlo Casino, whose splendor feels frozen in time, to the Hôtel de Paris, which is as special today as it was the day it opened. But Monte Carlo is not simply steeped in tradition. It is constantly evolving, continually redefining what luxury means in the 21st century. It is in that spirit that today's episode is a rather special one. We'll step back inside the Monte Carlo Cigar Club, a masterpiece of design and craftsmanship that's been over a decade in the making. And at the heart of it all, a cigar collection unlike any other in the world. Then, we'll be heading into town to meet with Dominique for lunch at Marlow, one of Monaco's most elegant and forward-thinking restaurants. Dominique, another beautiful day, and thank you for the invitation to join you at Marlow.
Another day in paradise.
That's right. This is truly a different world here.
For sure.
Every single facet is polished. And here we are at Marlow.
New, it's from January.
Okay, so. With a beautiful view of the sea.
And the new buildings are there. We are literally in the sea.
That's right. This is the new island that they're building out.
New island.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's young, it's fresh.
It's interesting, just despite how small and compact the principality is, how much there is to offer. There must be more restaurants per density here than what we have in London.
If you see how big it is, Monaco, and you see how many restaurants, good restaurants there are, and the level of the restaurants are really high. So if you see that, there's nowhere in the world like here. Everything is up.
At the highest level.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the highest level, congratulations on the Cigar Club. I have to say, seeing it yesterday with Christophe and with the architect, I mean, this is a masterpiece. So,
It is.
We've got this beautiful champagne. I think that if you would so allow me, toasting to Dominique London and to the next chapter, which I really look forward to seeing unfold, and to the masterpiece that is the Cigar Lounge. Beautiful. Wow. Delicious. Well, it's only appropriate. Great champagne, great company, Monte Carlo. And, I'm sure it hasn't been an overnight success. How did you get started? And, can you just tell your story or a little bit of the journey of how it is that you've now arrived?
Dominique London was born.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, 23 years ago, on a beautiful spring day, I said to my husband, I want to do a cigar shop because in my previous life I was somebody who was selling crosspads.
Okay.
And so I was already into the luxury business because Cross, Mont Blanc, Cartier, Dupont, it's all luxury goods. And so a tiny little shop in Uccle, Brussels, Belgium. There was a lady and she had a lovely humidor, not bigger than this. And the rest was pens and lighters, accessories for cigars.
Okay.
And to make a long story very short, 6 months later, I say to Frédéric, I will open up a store of cigars. And he said to me, are you crazy? And my mother and my grandmother at the time, they said, oh, are you crazy? And everybody said, you're crazy.
Yeah, they should have known.
Yeah. And I said, you know what? I don't need you. I have my money of my own and I will start my own business.
Okay.
And so what I did, and the first business was a tiny shop where I had cigars, of course, and I had Dupont and Cartier and Mont Blanc.
Okay.
And we started with a tiny shop in St. Martin's-Laten. And so we opened up, and 6 months later I said to Frederick, you know what, I will open up a second shop. And that time we decided to do it in Knokke, seaside, Belgium again. So there start the whole history about Dominique London.
Yeah.
Because 10 years I was working 7 on 7. And it was not an easy time because there were already 5 cigar shops in Knokke and we were the 5th one. So, and we were young and I didn't have experience. And I said to Frederick, you know what, you're always abroad. I will go to Cuba and learn all about cigars. So I went to Cuba, was there with the farmers on the fields.
How long were you there?
A long time. I think 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
what a dream.
yeah, to know all about cigars, so, and study, of course. And I came back home. And at that time I said to Frederick, you know what? I will open up a Casa del Habano. So that's the exclusive brand for Cuban cigars. And
it's a very prestigious shop, La Casa del Habano.
Yes. And he said, no, we will not invest money anymore. We are losing each month and all your money is going in those shops. And I said, no, I will do this. And so we opened up, I did the exams, of course. And so in 2011, we opened up her first Casa del Habano in Knokke.
Really? Okay.
Yes. And then we opened up Ghent, the store in Ghent. And then each year we opened up.
Yeah. When was the first year that you opened a store outside of Belgium? Because now Dominique London is in many countries.
We are in Spain, we are in Swiss, we are in Germany.
How many stores is it now? Like 30?
31.
And how many countries?
Belgium, UK, Switzerland, Germany, Spain, and
now Monte Carlo?
And Monte Carlo is 6. Voila.
Wow. It certainly was not an overnight success, right? There's no such thing.
No,
doesn't
exist.
Was there a moment in your journey where you thought that it wouldn't work?
Look, in 2009, I think Frederick said to me, now you stop it because each month you put a lot of money into this. So Frederick did and I did. And at a certain moment said, Frederick, we will stop. And I said to him, look, I will never depend on you, and I will do this business. I feel it, it must be good. And then I start to do everything in Cuba and to learn, and not only the Cuban cigars, but also the non-Cubans.
Yeah,
because I was a visionary already in that time. I said, it will not be only the Cuban cigars that we must put in the spotlights, but also the non-Cubans. The same with the wines.
Yeah. But in that moment, right, I mean, what was the difference? I mean, what was the tipping point that you went from, in many ways, a struggling small business?
To never quit and never give up. When I start something, I will put all my energy, all what I have, because I'm not somebody who give up.
Yeah. Well, failure is not an option for you. That's very clear.
I hate people who are like this.
I mean, you are a tour de force.
Yeah.
But, was there something that helped change the tide, if you will, or the momentum?
I think it's something in my character.
Yeah.
And also, I am a woman in man's world, still. So I said, I will never quit. I will never give up. And my character is always going forward and to, don't see the negative things. Think about the positive things and move on with it.
Yeah. Well, cheers to that, Dominique. Cheers to the triumph that is the Monte Carlo Cigar Club. And I'm looking forward to actually getting in the humidor, speaking with the sommelier, and hopefully seeing what it is that I can discover.
Yeah, you will see.
There's always something to discover, and I know that in that humidor, there's something special.
There are very specialties there.
At the Monte Carlo Cigar Club, the ritual of smoking is elevated to an art form with no gesture too small to be overlooked. Jean Thomas, the club director, and Adrian Delang, the club's cigar sommelier, don't just serve cigars, they curate moments. With instinct, precision, and a reverence, they transform a simple selection into something extraordinary. In a place built on legacy and taste, their roles are more than essential. They are what brings the ritual to life. Jean, nice to see you again.
Hello, Mr. Allison. Glad to have you back.
Yeah, thank you.
This is Andrea, our head hostess.
Pleasure to meet you.
Maybe you can take Mr. Allison's hat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, this is the kind of welcoming we do for our members here at the Monte Carlo Cigar Club, and I'm really glad to have you back. Let's move to the humidor, if you don't mind.
It's a real pleasure to be back. I mean, this is such a masterpiece.
Yes. We are so glad and really proud of the premises. They are so beautiful, and it's really a joy for us to welcome customers here.
I mean, it's been an incredible triumph on the entire team. I mean, from the design, the construction, and I think that this is a singular experience. And I think that this, in many ways, is a very exciting new chapter for the cigar culture. And so one of the questions I've really been looking forward to asking is that as the director of the Monte Carlo Cigar Club, how is it that you think this club, this environment, and this location elevates that experience to something that truly transcends not just the cigars, but what it is we all love so much?
Well, yes, indeed. This place was the former apartments from François Blanc, the founder of this very SBM, Société des Bains de Mer, the resort here at Monte Carlo. And that is more than 160 years ago. So we are really, really proud to have this specific part of the casino, another unique building in Europe, to host the Monte Carlo Cigar Club. That's history, iconic, and the beauty of it all. It combines a tradition, as you can see with the interior, with modern technology that we have hidden to make sure that the whole experience is very, very comfortable for our members. Extraction, but also in the keeps and the walk-in humidor, we have perfect technology for the conservation of the cigars.
Yeah, that's incredible. Really, this could be the most exclusive, small space,
I'm happy to hear that.
Monte Carlo.
I'm happy to hear that. And indeed, we believe it is. We really believe it is. It is not boasting. It is really a unique place. Monte Carlo is unique, but the casino is even more unique, and the club is the cherry on the cake.
Yeah, really. Well, where does the experience begin for a club member? I mean, they walk in, they're greeted by your staff. What's next?
Well, We try to make it a whole experience, as you say. So the members or the guests, when they come into the club, they're first invited to discover the walk-in humidor where we store our cigars. We have cigar sommeliers that will accompany the member in his or her choice of cigar, depending on the mood, depending on the time of day. We have a cigar list, of course, and the habitués will choose from the list if they want to. But I think it's a great thing, and I will let you discover it in a minute. To walk in through the walk-in humidor is such a beauty. You have the perfume of the cigars, it's absolutely great. Once you've done that, we have a fantastic bar with a fantastic barman who will cater you with an according drink to have a pairing. Again, up to your likings, after which we can choose whether sitting on the terrace, if weather permits, or in the fumoir, our salon, where you can have enjoy your cigar.
Yeah, amazing. Well, I've seen the cigars in the humidor yesterday with Dominique. I mean, it is a masterpiece. But to have the opportunity to go through the process of choosing one, I think is a daunting task. So I'm glad there's someone there to help me.
Absolutely. Let me introduce you to Adrien Dallon. He is our head cigar sommelier.
How do you do? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Allison. Welcome to the club.
Well, it's a privilege to be here, and I must say I've been very excited about the opportunity to, in fact, choose, and if I'm really lucky, even smoke a cigar today.
Yes, you're in very experienced hands.
Yeah, thank you.
Please, gentlemen.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome, sir.
Wow. I mean, this is magnificent. I mean, if not even a little bit overwhelming. How many cigars do you have in here?
We have more than 15,000 cigars.
That's incredible. I mean, you have literally everything. I mean, I would imagine all the Habanos brands.
Yeah, we have more or less all the Habanos brands and also the New Worlds, Nicaraguan, Dominican, and others.
Really incredible. Well, I mean, I have to admit, I mean, even for someone that smoked more than a few cigars like myself, I mean, the selection is so magnificent, it's a little bit overwhelming. How is it that you guide your clients and the members of the club to that perfect cigar?
Well, that's a very interesting question. I start by listening to understand the Passionado's mood and the time that he has, because we know that taste alone, cigar alone is not enough. My job is to reunite that trinity, taste, time and mood, and that for me is great homage to a cigar presentation and selection.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is, as you say, the trinity, right? Whenever those three things really combine, each in their own right, perfect, it really creates an experience and a moment that kind of transcends everything.
Exactly.
I guess I'll kind of follow your guidance here. I mean, I didn't come in with a particular cigar in mind or looking for anything specific. You have such an incredible humidor. I'm sure there's hidden gems lurking around. So if you wouldn't mind maybe helping guide me to something special.
Okay, great. You would like something maybe light, medium, or strong?
Probably something, light to medium, not too heavy quite yet.
Not too medium. Still elegant?
Of course.
Elegant smoke. Okay, so you have time to smoke?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, in such a beautiful club, why rush time? So I'd say, maybe something a little bit longer than Robusto, something proper, as I would call it.
Like a Churchill or a double Corona?
Yeah.
Or that...
Well, I love Churchills and double Coronas, so you could never steer me wrong in that direction.
Great. I think I might have an idea.
This is exciting.
So, you're familiar with the Quai d'Orsay line?
Vaguely.
Great. So as you can see, we have the normal editions here, and here we have the special limited edition, the Imperiales, the Clemenceau, the Capitulo, and the Senadores limited edition 2019.
Beautiful.
Quai d'Orsay was created in the 1970s by a former French president, Valéry Giscard d'Estaing, that is not very known for his cigar habits like Kennedy, Fidel Castro, or Churchill, but he wanted to promote French cuisine, French luxury. So he asked the CETA to collaborate with Habanos SA to create a cigar that will represent the elegance and the finesse of French cuisine. And this is why they created Quai d'Orsay, a slightly lighter cigar that had and have the ability to pair with French product like champagne or foie gras.
Yeah, interesting, because Quai d'Orsay for the longest time was something that was exclusive to the French market.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And as today we are celebrating the opening of the Monte Carlo Cigar Club, I would like to celebrate that with victory, with a cigar that is very elegant, a Churchill, 47 by 18 centimeter long, beautiful, elegant.
This is a cigar that I must admit I've never smoked.
Oh, great.
It would be a privilege to enjoy this today. And I think it's the perfect choice. You know, light to medium body, right? Perfect for an early afternoon, but long, perfect for time well spent.
So now that we selected the cigar, would you allow me to offer you a pairing to complement that degustation?
Yeah, well, an offer I couldn't refuse. I think that would be amazing.
Great. So now let me take you to the bar. So would you like to pair it with a spirit or a cocktail?
You know, I think a spirit.
Great. Are you more into cognac, rum, whiskey?
You know, I find rum slightly on the sweet side.
Okay.
I'd say maybe kind of a scotch.
Great. So would you allow me to propose you a contrast pairing?
Yeah, I think that'd be fine.
And this whiskey has been aged 21 years in a bourbon barrel, cask strength, and I think that would be absolutely marvelous with the Quai d'Orsay.
Well, 21 years. Thank you.
My sincere pleasure.
Well, Dominique has right. So,
excellent.
if you don't mind, after you,
Thank you.
please.
Well, this is an incredible selection. The Quai d'Orsay 50th anniversary for Corcova, beautiful double Corona, and a cigar that I've never smoked before, which I think won't be something difficult for most people here in this humidor with how many cigars you have.
Yeah, we have a beautiful selection of cigars. They're all pearls to me. Yeah? It's like jewelry. But Quai d'Orsay, it's nice because it's not too strong. It's very balanced. And you know, the history behind that brand of cigar is very interesting because Quai d'Orsay was a brand who was made and created for the corps diplomatique de France. It's not strong, but it has a lot of flavor. When you light on a cigar, you have expectations, and those expectations was be right because the sommelier advised you something very smooth, very elegant.
Well, I call myself a nervous smoker because I hate relighting, but I've been trying to slow down and savor the experience more. And
yeah, that's the purpose of this room, of this club. If you have a long day, you work hard, that you can relax, sit down and relax and enjoy the beautiful room and enjoy especially the cigar who you select or the sommelier has select, and then with a nice drink and good company.
yeah. Well, I have to say I really enjoyed the Sommelier selection. Adrian did an incredible job. And, you know, there's always the thrill of discovery in a humidor that is large as the one that you have here at the Monte Carlo Cigar Club. I mean, 15,000 cigars, I think over 200 different individual vitolas. And, you know, Adrian is someone that very clearly knows every cigar that's in that humidor.
Yeah.
And so, you know, being able to allow him to lead me somewhere maybe I wouldn't have gone. I mean, Quai d'Orsay is not a brand that you really find in many countries. It's a very small boutique brand. And this particular cigar is one that I've never smoked. I didn't even really know of it. And it's where, you know, through his guidance, you know, I ended up, and I have to say it was a marvelous choice.
Yeah, I did a pretty nice job. But that's the purpose as well, that Adrian is there. But we have a nice selection in non-Cuban cigars as well in this humidor. So I think, well, I have somebody who comes into the humidor. I ask always, my first questions are, did you eat already? Did you smoke already today? And you're into something sweet, something more spicy, and then you can guide the people to a nice selection that you think the guy will love.
Yeah, but also something interesting, rare and unique. And I think that is, you know, for someone that's a connoisseur, you know, one of the great joys of smoking and going to new lounges and really leaning on a professional sommelier staff is their ability to guide you maybe outside of where it is that you would have otherwise gone yourself. And I think this is a great example of that, as is the pairing with this incredible house whiskey from Dominique London that, again, was a contrast pairing, not something maybe I necessarily would have thought of in the middle of the afternoon, but something that really is complementing this cigar beautifully.
A human being is always choosing the same things because you're sure of it, you know it, and yeah, it's comfortable. But when there is a sommelier, you can discover magic things because you don't dare, you don't know,
Or you don't
never
want to risk
heard
it.
of it, or it's like, for example, regionales, then you don't know the existence of it, and then when the sommelier can propose it to you and it goes with your palate. And it's also, I think, a big difference, summer, winter, smoking inside, smoking outside, it changed a lot.
Yeah.
And you have to dare in life to change, to discover. And what's good about this lounge as well is you can sit inside, but you can also sit outside. So the way you feel the day, you can choose whatever you want.
Indeed. What is it that you hope that your members, whenever they come to the Monte Carlo Cigar Club and sit in these chairs or maybe sit outside on the beautiful terrace, what is it that you hope they feel?
In the first place, I do hope they will feel at home, because that will become their second home. A top service that will provide our people, and that they discover, each time they come, they discover something new. It's like to go on a trip around the world. It will be a trip to discover all the beautiful cigars who are lying here, exposed well in this beautiful humidor. At this humidor, it's like you're going into the Oriental Express, you know, with the wood and the messing and the leather. It's such a nice, rich vibe where the future and history come together in a beautiful,
Really magical way.
yeah. And when you come here, that you can enjoy and say, I'm enjoying good life.
Yeah, that's what this is about, a life well lived. And I have to say thank you for the privilege of indulging in what for sure will be a pinnacle moment for me, which is sitting in this cigar lounge with you the night before its grand opening, smoking this incredible cigar, you know, really in complete awe of where it is we are in Francois Blanc's old apartment, you know, that dates back from the founding of the casino itself.
If those walls could speak, I think there would be a lot of history.
Well, I mean, Dominique, I mean, what an incredible moment. I have to say I'm enjoying this, you know, really, it's a surreal moment for me. And I have to toast to you, you know, on your incredible vision, on your boldness of really thinking and dreaming that something like this could even be possible, and for making it reality for all of us that enjoy beauty, that enjoy time well spent, and that enjoy the finer things in life. So Dominique, thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Spend enough time here and you begin to understand that Monte Carlo isn't just a destination, it's an ecosystem. Discreet, self-contained, and composed with intention. From the hotels to the harbor, the casino tables to the terraces overlooking the sea, everything belongs to a private world built not merely on luxury, but on tradition, access, and discretion. And the Monte Carlo Cigar Club may be its purest expression. Within these walls, luxury isn't loud, it's quiet. Membership is by invitation only and not about wealth, it's about reverence, connoisseurship, and refinement. Dominique London has created more than a lounge. They've created a sanctuary, a refuge for those who know and those who seek escape. A place where every cigar carries a story and every story unfolds through experience. Guided by Adrian, curated through instinct and relationships forged over a lifetime. This isn't just a place to smoke, it's a place to belong. And in Monte Carlo, belonging is everything. Next time, we experience the moment we've all been waiting for, the grand opening of the Monte Carlo Cigar Club, where legacy meets luxury and the ritual of the cigar culture is elevated to new heights. In the presence of the Prince of Monaco and the club's visionary founders, we step inside an exclusive world built for those who appreciate the rarest, the finest, and the very best.